Welcome once again to another episode of What Happened This Week, a recap of some happenings in the country, Arizona, and AARP. Maria from Tucson, welcome again to our show.
Thank you. Hello, David and Alex.
Hello,
Yes,
Maria and
Alex.
David. Great to see you.
Wow, it's afternoon of Thursday, so we're kind of tired already, but we're ready to go. We're ready to go to do a few minutes of just some key happenings. Good news, Maria. Good news on the matter of unemployment. What do we have for on that topic?
Right. Great news in the sense that there is for last week, the jobless claims, you can see we're at 376,000 in comparison to January, the beginning of the year, which were quite high at 886, February 847, March 765. So then we go into April 586 and May 444. So with last week's, this is good progress. People are getting back to
Very
work,
good
right?
news. Yeah.
That's right. The incentives to go back to work are definitely working. So that's very good news. Again, 376,000 jobless claims last week. We move on to the next concept here, news that we thought it was worth mentioning. The consumer prices rose some 5% in May. This is inflation. You know, when we get raises, sometimes they base it on inflation. And we kind of always think in terms of 3% max, but it's always less than 3%. Well, guess what? It has risen to 5% in May. That is just a bit too high as compared with obviously May of 2020. This is inflation. This inflation is the highest in 13 years. That's a lot of years. I'm sure, Maria, I personally don't shop. My wife does the shopping, but I'm sure you do. Have you really noticed those prices hikes when you shop?
Oh, sure. Now in the groceries, and we're doing some remodeling, and I can tell you that the prices of the lumber, 2x4s, 2x6 is have increased a lot.
Yeah.
So,
But Alex, there's something that rises way higher, and this is not new. What do we know about this RX pricing?
Yeah, unfortunately, David, this has been happening for a decade already, and the prices of prescription drugs continue to increase. They double the pace of inflation in the United States. This is a study that was published by the AARP Public Policy Institute, a prescription price watch report, and it showed that insurance negotiated prices of 260 brand name prescription drugs have increased on average faster than general inflation every single year since 2006. This is very concerning because a single brand name medication taken on a scheduled repeating basis was more than 6,600 a month in 2020, according to this report. So these prices continue to just grow tremendously, and it's going to get to a point that people are not going to be able to afford their prescription medication. Just, I don't know if you and Maria just read a couple of days ago, new medication for Alzheimer's. The average price per year, $54,000 for that medication.
Right. It's pretty crazy. And, I don't have numbers off the top of my head, but we have to believe that most of the people that use the most drugs are the 50-plus community, the retirees.
Older Americans, absolutely.
Right. And we know that they have incomes that are, how do you say that? That's firm incomes. There's a key word for that skips my mind right now. But
I know
they don't have...
fixed income. Fixed income.
Thank you, Maria. That is exactly the word I was looking for, fixed income. So it's very, very difficult for the people that we at AARP serve. So we will continue to work on that. And we are and have been and will continue to work to address that issue. As we know, the president I took his first trip out of the country. He is in Europe. And we also know that the Vice President Harris went to Guatemala and Mexico this week. Obviously, in regards to something going on very important in the country, the infrastructure bill that is still pending. I think that's going to boost the economy a lot, I would say. And also the trip to Vice President Harris addressing border issues. Definitely This basically shows that they are really, really paying attention and want to find solutions. I mean, she took trips to these two countries, so we just wanted to mention that. If there's no comments about these 2 points, maybe we can go on. Anything?
Absolutely.
Perfect. And another thing, Mexico just had elections, and obviously there's just a lot of talk about the who won and this and that, but we just want to focus on one particular election, and that was the Sonora. We know that now there's a new governor elect, and his name is Alfonso Durazo Montaño. Why do we mention this? Because there is a good relationship, to my knowledge, between Arizona and Mexico. This has to do in the business arena, and I have a note here that David Adame from CPLC is a board member of the Arizona Mexico Commission. So we thought this was a very, very good, noteworthy news. Again, Governor-elect Alfonso Durazo Montaño. We expect that the good relationship will continue.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know,
what we
Alex,
hope.
if you can add anything to that. I don't know how familiar you are with this. I'm not super familiar, but I know there's a commission with the Arizona Mexico there.
Yeah, obviously the Arizona Mexico Commission has been around for many years. They do great work. Obviously, the relationship with Mexico has been very strong. Mexico is a great partner to Arizona, and we hope that this new governor, Governor Durazo, will continue that relationship with Arizona.
Definitely. And the last one, the Arizona election audit review. Any some comments on that, Alex?
Well, as you know, Maria and David, the election audit continues to go on, even though this audit has taken place a few times. And some people call it a fraudit. But unfortunately, this has caused that many Republicans from growing number of states are traveling to Maricopa County in Arizona to witness this controversial election. This was ordered by GOP leaders in the Senate, and they are reviewing what Arizona is doing. So it is very, very closely being watched on a national basis. We've had legislators from Pennsylvania. We've had legislators from Nevada Republican Party, also Georgia. So this is a very visible audit, and unfortunately, I don't know where it's going to take us, but we'll see. We'll see where we end up on this.
Perfect. Well, we'll leave it at that. And I just want to thank you again, Maria, Alex, for joining me. 8 minutes, not too bad. We cover a good, noteworthy news that happened this week. Have yourselves a good weekend.
Thank
You too.
you.
Have a great
Thanks.
weekend, everyone.
Yes.
Be safe.
Yes. And we'll see you next week for another episode of What Happened This Week. Take care.